motivational speaker, tours all over the country, and she has almost died a couple of times. Please put your hands together for the amazing Stacy Pederson.
Before we begin. Again, my name is Stacy Pederson. I am a mother of several amazing children who I love so much when they're not with me. I don't want to brag, but I am the author of 3 New York Times bestsellers. So I haven't actually written them yet. But I know that when I do, they're going to be amazing. Probably the thing that I'm most well known for is that I have, in fact, almost died a bunch. True story, yeah. And you really learn a lot about life when you almost die. So one of the very first things that I learned is that people say that laughter is the best medicine. How many of you have heard that before? And I am here to tell you firsthand that it's not. Morphine is. I have laughed and I have been on morphine, and I can tell you there is no comparison whatsoever. But you do learn a lot about life when you almost die, and I did learn the value of relationships. And that's what life is really about. And one of the relationships that I value the most is that of being a mom. I'm not very good at it, though, which came as a shock to me because back when I was young and I knew everything, I thought that when I grew up, I was going to be an amazing mom. I did. I thought I would gather the children around the table at night in their homemade clothing. We would have homemade dinner with homemade bread and homemade butter from the cow that I milked out now. And then I thought I'd be one of those cool homeschool moms that teaches their kids math lessons in the grocery store. And I can tell you the only math lessons my kids have ever heard in the grocery store is, I am counting to 3! But I did used to try to be a good mom. I really did, especially in the beginning. I remember being pregnant with my daughter, my first one, and I tried to do all the things that new moms do. One of the things that I did was something called stork parking. Are any of you familiar with that term, stork parking? Okay. So it used to be very popular. What it was a special parking spot at the front of the store for expectant mothers. And I will see a woman get out of the car and she'll lumber over to the front of the grocery store and say, I'm so exhausted. I'm 6 weeks pregnant and I feel like rolling the car window down going, enjoy it while you can, sister, because the moment you got a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, a baby in the sling, pushing a cart full of groceries, you can forget it, because you're parking way in the back. I do remember being nervous about labor. Any of you moms remember that, being nervous about labor? Yeah. And I used to go to all the older moms and I would say, what's labor like? And they all gave me the same answer. They said, oh, Stacy, once you put that baby in your arms, it will all be worth it. And then I had my oldest daughter and I was like, you are all a bunch of liars. So now when I see someone pregnant for the first time, I feel like it's my duty. It's my gut-wrenching obligation to tell her the truth. I'll say, it is the most hideous, excruciating, unbearable pain trash. I did try to be a good mom, and then the pandemic happened and the school shut down, and all of a sudden we were responsible for educating our children. I knew it wasn't going to go well for two reasons. The first one is that when you think of someone you want to educate your children, the first person who does not come to mind is a comedian with a history of mental health problems. There's that. But the second reason was, back when I used to try to be a good mom, I used to do a thing called family time. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with family time. Once again, it was popular back in the day. It was where you were supposed to gather your children in the living room and communicate with no negativity and instill in them value and character traits. And that is not at all what family time looked like at my house. This was family time at my house. Mommy, what? Mommy, what? Mommy, what? You said we were going to have family time last night and we didn't, and that means you lied and God doesn't like it when you lie. We are having family time. When? Right now. We're having family time right now. All right, everybody, get down here. It's family time. We're going to learn about patience now. Patience is get off your brother's head. Patience is get off your brother's head. Patience is mommy wet, mommy wet, mommy wet. Does God have bones? It's like a chicken nugget. We don't really know what he's made out of. But we love him anyway. That was family time at my house. And then there was a time where we had 3 teenagers and 2 tweens, and that's how I almost died. Teenagers. They're a handful. One of the things that really cracks me up about teenagers is they use their age as a sole logic to be allowed to do anything. What do you mean I can't? I'm 16. Like, I would love to use that in real life. I would love to just walk into my boss's office one day and go, what do you mean I can't have a raise? I'm 48. Different. There's just a lot of pressure. Like, I will go on Instagram and I'll see this. Hi, my name's Candy. Just giving you a quick update. I'm 6 weeks postpartum and just 3 pounds short of my pre-pregnancy weight. And I would have to go on there and be like, hi, it's Stacy. Just giving a quick update. It's been 20 years and 3 months after having a 9-pound, 3-ounce baby, and I'm just 3 pounds short of my full-term pregnancy weight. Although I will say, some of the things that you younger moms have are easier, like school snacks. Yeah, from the pandemic, you just have to, it has to be pre-packaged. Back in my day, when we needed to bring a school snack, I had to drive to the school and hand sign a form saying I would bring it. And then I would drive back into my kitchen and I would take gluten and dairy and peanut dust and I would roll it out with some spit and an eyelash and I would throw it in my dirty oven. Then I would take it out on a BMP-filled plastic non-recyclable plate and wrap it in plastic and drive it to the school and feed it some personal growth these last few years. I am right now sucked so tight in this dress, it is like a Pillsbury biscuit can. The moment I go to unzip it, it's just gonna... And lately my stomach is taking on more of a crescent roll shape, where it's rolling over on top of itself, it's like twisting things on the side. This past year, I entered the world of back fat. Here's what I didn't know. You can't suck that in. Like this should be kind of be like, my back here, I'd have to walk around It's not my fault though. My metabolism left me for a younger woman. Just trying to be the bigger person in the relationship. And I do try and exercise because I know there's people who are like, well, if you don't like your body, just exercise. Look, I do, okay? But it just so happens I'm allergic to exercise. No, I am, because here's what happens when I start to exercise. My heart starts pounding. I feel like I can't catch my breath. My face turns red. I break out into sweat and things start hurting all over. If you look up an allergic reaction on the internet, those are the exact symptoms. My sister, who's a marathon runner, was like, well, you could run like me. Or you could do yoga. I'm like, I don't know, running, sitting on a mat, breathing. I'll do yoga, right? And what they say about yoga is that supposedly it's all about the breath, which is very ironic because if you've ever done yoga, they never breathe. Inhale. And I'm in the back. It is brutal. And then some of the post names are just weird. Like the downward facing dog. I won't demonstrate it because, as I said, my dress is in a precarious position. So, and I know why they call it that. It's not what some of you are thinking, but the downward facing dog is where you're supposed to get down on all fours. And the reason they call it that is because I've had all these children. So when I've been down on all fours, I have all this gelatinous material. It just kind of falls forward and flaps in the breeze. And it reminds me of a dog's head out in the car before. That is my stomach in a downward facing dog. And I'll watch some of these girls do yoga on YouTube, and I'm like, those aren't real. I mean, she's laying on her back, and there's no mudslide into the okay? This is the most flexible part of my body. This is the only part that can bend down and push And, you know, I'm getting older, so things like the bathing suit, nobody likes to wear a bathing suit, but I did have a friend who told me about the miracle suit. Are any familiar with that? Yes! Okay, we've got one. Okay, for those of you who don't know about the miracle suit, I am your new best friend. They are like Spanx on steroids. They just suck it up. And it says right on the tag that you will instantly look 10 pounds thinner. And I figured out why. It's because you lose 10 pounds just putting the thing on. gave birth to twins. These right here. But they're not identical. Fraternal. I don't know how you can raise two things in the exact same environment and they come out so different. Like this one is always such a downer, just everywhere I go. It's like, and this one's like squirrel. They were not that great to begin with, and then I breastfed my children. So by the time I was done, I could have my youngest in a backpack and just hump one over the shoulder. Be like, hey, here, have a snack. And now I get up in the morning and I just kind of roll them up and I just kind of drop them in. And I was a good girl. I did go get my mammogram and I just kind of threw them up on the machine. I was like, hey, I'm just going to be back there reading a magazine. I should do whatever you do with these things. Thank you guys so much.
Stacy Pederson, that was fun. Come on. Way to cry.